Hello everyone, my name is Cheryl and I'm 61 years old, and today what we're going to talk about is radio frequency and helping with my jowls. And I wanted to also share with you that I have done other videos introducing myself, and I had suffered from chronic pain from 3 major surgeries and hadn't been able to take care of my skin or anything for the past years. And so I'm getting back into it now, and I want to share that with you. And so I used to be a cosmetologist and worked in that field. And so I do have, some experience with doing my own hair and makeup and stuff. And so, but I'm retired now. I'm not in any way a professional or anything. I'm just somebody trying to share my, what is hopefully working for me. And so today it's what I've bought, and it wasn't sent to me for free or anything. And this isn't a promotion. I bought the NUA. And so today it comes in this cute little case, and it comes with the gel that you have to use, and then here's and I got the kind the one that you plug in because I prefer that. And so I'm going to demonstrate what I do and how to use it. And so you start out to, plug it in and then turn it on. It has a little on button. You can have it on 1 or 2. I prefer to use 2 because I'm working on trying to get rid of these jowls. And so I have my makeup on, my eye makeup on, because I'm only doing the lower part of my face, and I only want to do up into these vectors right here. I don't, I've asked the company and I've done research on it that it doesn't melt fat volume in your face, but for me, just to be absolutely sure, I just do it on my lower face where I need it the most. Okay, so this is how I start with the gel on. And then you push this little button right there. And I will start on this side of my face, and I just start towards the mid. And I kind of spread it first so that it doesn't run out. And I just, okay, and then it gets, takes a minute to get warm. When it turns green is when it shows that it's actually getting to those deeper layers. And so there it is, it's green. And so I just do little, and the smaller the circles are, the hotter it gets. And so you always want to keep this moving, because it can get hot. It'll beep when you're ready to go to the next section. And I really like to get up here in that area because that's what pulls your face up. And then the wrinkle lines, the lip wrinkles. And then right in here. And so anyway, when I got back into my skincare routine, my skin after a few years was horrible. And so I had to start out, I had to start doing like chemical peels. And I started with just the glycolic pills. And then once a year now that I'll do a TCA pill. And then every month I do microneedling. And I'll do a video on the different types of face serums that I use too. You can see where this is getting red. It's gonna stop pretty soon and go to the next section. And so and I'm going to focus on my lip lines. I really need help with that too. See, now it beeped. Ready to go to the next side. And once again, I go all the way up with it. And then you turn it on. So in my other video, and when I was introducing myself, I had a cervical surgery fusion in my neck, and then an emergency abdominal surgery shortly after, and I could not even hold my neck up for years. 3 years, sorry. 3 years. And had chronic migraines, and so the last thing on my list was beauty treatments. And I had, before having the surgeries, I did a lot of do-it-yourself procedures on myself. But one of them was I did the microblading eyebrows, and then just the micro needling and the chemical peels, but the new I hadn't started radio frequency. I was kind of nervous about it, and at the time, I wasn't really focusing on some of the things that have happened since then, like the gels. It really wasn't an issue. And so it has become an issue. And that's why I've started with the radio frequency in hopes that it will tighten the gels. And I haven't been doing it very long, so I will have to let you know if I see results from this. I really hope so. I like to really focus too on this upper lip, and then right here where the smile lines. Now, to start out with this, you start out doing it like for a couple weeks every single day, in which I've already been past that, and then you do like a maintenance of twice a week. So I'm at the maintenance part of doing it twice a week. And it is something that I believe you have to do continuously, or, if you want results, or the wrinkles and lines and sagging will come back. Because we're all trying to fight this aging process, and we age rapidly. So if we're fighting it, we got to keep up with the tools. And I don't do any other. I don't use any other devices at this point. But I may, as time goes by. I just kind of wanted to focus on the on the radio frequency to see if I can see any results from that. Okay, now we're going to I do the lower and then I do underneath. I haven't started on doing my neck yet, which it needs it. Okay, once again, I just spread this all the way up to the ear. And I really need to focus on the jowls. So I like to really get in there. And like I said, I don't go any higher because my face is already thin. I don't need to lose any fat. Even though they say that it doesn't, I just don't want to take chances. And I don't mind if I lose some fat right there where that jowl is. So once again, I like to focus right up there by the jawline to pull that up, and then right there. And then what I do is I go right through the mid part for the vectors, because those muscles help pull the jowls up too. And then I focus right in that middle part right there because I feel like it sags right in there. It doesn't hurt and it doesn't get too hot for me. It might for some people. You can just adjust the temperature, but it really doesn't. As long as you keep it moving, it doesn't hurt. If you hold it in one spot too long, it can burn. So you want to keep it moving. I really enjoy doing this. I don't find it to be a nuisance or anything. I look forward to it. So I haven't had any, I've never had Botox, and you probably can tell. But some of the forehead lines between my eyes had faded and got better since I started the microneedling and the chemical pills. But no, never had any fillers. Just, don't have the income for it anyway. I'm not against it in any way. And in fact, if I could, I would, so I have to just, many of us just don't have the money to go do all those procedures. So that's why I do the at-home, do-it-yourself type things. And I've learned a lot doing it. And I do my own hair, and I highlight and do all my own stuff. This is gonna beep pretty soon to go over to the other section. Yep. After a while, you kind of know when it's gonna beep. Okay, here we are. Only 2 sections to go. And again, I go across and spread it. I had found out when I first started doing this that if you don't go across and spread it on the areas that you're working, you'll run out of the gel real quick. Yeah, it kind of feels to me like it gets warm and it feels good. It kind of feels like a little face massage with heat. So it feels good. I do have TMJ and have a lot of problems with clenching my jaw. And so I do find that this kind of feels good for that. And I will share in future videos the tricks and stuff I have done for the TMJ that have actually really helped. So I'll go along this right here, laugh line, and then this vector to pull it up. And then I focus right in here. Yeah, anything that we can do, it helps to to boost the collagen in our skin. And all these things boost collagen. You know, they cause micro injury into the skin and they boost our collagen. You know, like the microneedling and the TCA and glycolic pills, they all boost collagen. With the microneedling, though, you only want to do it once a month because you need to give time for your skin, for your skin to heal, because it takes about, a month, 3 weeks to a month for the healing process. And then, but with this radio frequency, it's, it says on there that you can do it twice a week. And so after the initial period of doing it for the 4 weeks. We're getting close to the end. We'll only have one section. My face is looking pretty red. And I like it because it shows me that it's working. So if it gets too hot for you, you can always do bigger circles. I like to do the little circles because I really like to get in there and work it. Okay, so it beeped. Now we are to the last section. Okay, I start out in the middle to warm it up. I really wouldn't mind losing some of that double chin fat. And I just kind of go right under there where the jowls are. And I start with big circles to get it warmed up. So I recently started, when I do my microneedling, I started using a growth factor. I've started a lot of things because of how bad my skin was after the time of being in pain and where I couldn't hold my neck up and with the chronic pain. So I've had to really up my game with my skin care. And so I found a growth factor that's reasonable, and it's the Ordinary. And I started using that. And another thing, and I'll do a feature video on all that too, but I started using Retin-A, which is tretinoin, and my skin is really having to go through a adaptation period right now with that. I'm experimenting because it flakes a lot, and so I have to use it and then wait a couple days and then use it again. But I don't want to stop using it because I do believe that it is the gold standard for anti-aging. I really like to focus under here, right on that jowl. I really hate those jowls, which I know that anybody that has experience in this could relate. So I think that, good skincare really matters as far as, down the line, if you want to do like plastic surgery, it's better to have taken really good care of your skin. And so it can't hurt. And as I get more experienced with this, then I will do my neck. It doesn't say on here that you can use this on your neck, so I've just been using it following the recommendations. There you go, and it's done. Now I'll need to just go and wash off the gel, and I hope you enjoyed this and learned, And if you do enjoy this and you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. Have a nice day.